Hello again, you guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice. Okay, my husband and my children have released me. I'm free. And so what else do you do when you are released into the wild? You go to a thrift store, obviously. So here I am, rocked up at Goodwill on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to take you guys along with me, and I guess let's just see if we can find some treasure. Also, real quick, if you're new here, this is a channel all about reselling online. I resell on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. If that sounds interesting to you, please do hit the subscribe button down below so you can hang out and see how these things sell for me in the long haul, and how I go about listing online to make money while I'm a stay-at-home parent. So without further ado, let's go in and see what we can find. Guys, so here we are back at home with my haul from today. So I ended up spending about $69 in total. It was actually going to be a bit more expensive, but I have a loyalty card, so when I spend a certain amount, it gives me a certain percentage off or whatever, and this one was, I got enough stamps to give me $15 off my total order, so that came off, as well as a 10% discount that I get for like checking in online on Facebook to let the world know that I was thrifting. Like they need to know anyway. And so with all that kind of accounted for, it was around $69 total. I haven't broken it down by individual like prices and stuff like that, but I got a lot of pieces that were pink tag, which were the 50% off this week colors. And then I'll let you know sort of what pieces I grabbed at half price and what pieces I grabbed at full price, because I feel like that's good information to know what all I would spend up on and what I wouldn't. All right, without further ado, let's crack on and see what I got. Okay, so the first item that I got was a cabbie piece. This is the newer cabbie tag, the square one rather than being the long one with like the spaced out letters, which I'll go ahead and insert an image so that you can see exactly what the old tag looks like versus the new. And this is a size medium, and it's like an orange and grey v-neck high-low long sleeve top, long sleeve tee. You can see there's kind of like a contrasting stripe there at the bottom for on the back for like the high-low style. In case you didn't know, with cabbie, it's one of those wonderful brands that you can look at the style number. So let me show you exactly what I mean here. If this will focus for me, there we go. There's down there at the bottom, there is a style number. This one is 3055. And so that allows me to kind of plug that into Google with the brand name cabbie, and it tells me the exact name. This is the Skipper striped tee, I believe. Actually, comps were not that good. This was a half price piece. And so I think with the t-shirts or the tops over, it ended up being $2, which is not too bad, but it looks like I'm only gonna be able to squeeze around $15 to $20 out of it, which is not ideal, but that's okay. It's a good brand, you live, you learn. I actually didn't bother looking at the comps for this piece in there because, lesson learned, I saw the newer cabbie tag and thought, it's a current piece, it's in good condition, I'll just grab it, no brainer. Well, apparently I should have taken the time to go ahead and had a look and check my comps and things like that, because actually I may not have grabbed this in that case, but there we go. I'll still be able to sell it, and like I said, you live, you learn. All right, so the next piece I actually kind of wanted to get for me because it's my style, i.e. very plain. She says wearing a giant Mickey head sweatshirt, but I really like this piece anyway. So it's a dark quarry grey to be exact, and it has this lovely exposed zipper detail. It is a tunic length, just like a 3/4 sleeve, almost like a sweatshirt, but very soft. Clue is in the title, this is a soft surroundings piece. There we go. It's actually a petite, but like I said, it's a tunic length. I am not petite. I am 5'11" and I could definitely still wear this and have it be a good longer length on me. So it's a nice piece in good condition, and it looks like I might be able to get towards 30 to 35 for this exact piece. This also had a style number on that little tag inside, so I was able to double check and find out the exact name of it and check the exact comps as well. So always take a look at that inside tag, you never know what you're going to find. So this is a brand that I don't always pick up. I always think that it does well and it never really moves for me. We all have those brands. This is Zara. This is Zara Basic right there. There we go, and it's a size small, but it's a very nice, like, oversized kind of boxy fit. I picked this piece up because of the season that we're heading into. Yes, it is mid-January, but spring is where we're headed, and a nice floral should be a piece that is pretty easy not only to sell in the long run, but also to like share to parties and things like that when we get into spring. Florals are hopefully going to be pretty popular again this year. So like I said, it's like a boxy oversized fit with a V-neck. It has a beautiful sort of poet sleeve. It's like tighter here and then flares out right here with a soft pleat to it. And it's sort of like a, I don't think it's a mini length. I think it's probably more of a midi, like between the knee and the thigh, but it's a really nice piece. Like I can imagine even for fall, this is a good fall floral as well, really, with some nice boots and stuff like that. So I went ahead and grabbed this. It was in the dress section. I think I actually paid $6.99 for this. I like rolled the dice. I did see some other Zara pieces that were much more like structured career wear, but my experience with Zara hasn't been overly popular, even though it's one of the brands that's frequently featured in parties and things like that on Poshmark. For me, it just hasn't sold for that much or that quickly, but I decided with this piece, I hear voices, I'm so sorry. I decided with this piece to just roll the dice and see how it would do, because I just really loved the print and the style. Okay, so the next item was $2.99, just like all t-shirts and tanks there, and I grabbed it because I couldn't find a comparable print, and I actually do really well with this brand. I say really well, probably between like the $18 to $25 mark, but when it's a slightly different logo and you'll see, or like a graphic you'll see here, the brand is Life is Good. You can probably tell as soon as you see it, and this is Maui, Hawaii with a pineapple with sunglasses, of course. But when you get the graphics that aren't just like the little stick man doing something or whatever, I often find that they do quite well. So this is in really, really good condition. I grabbed it for $2.99. It's listed for $25. It's already got, I think, a watcher on eBay and several likes on Poshmark. And one tip that I want to say about this brand, I'll show you the label in a second. Down here in the sort of bottom corner of the shirt, there's always like a little kind of almost like an applique type thing. It says, do what you like what you do. Always check here, because this seems to be a stress point for this brand, where I find a lot of like small holes forming that I have to disclose. So just a word of warning, and here is the logo inside, just in case you were wondering. There we go. And so yeah, Pineapple Man. So the next piece was also $2.99. It was classed as a tank, I guess, because it's sleeveless, even though it's a blouse. It has a lovely, like, tiered, layered kind of effect. It's an emerald green with some pleating at the front. And I grabbed it because it's new with tags. So the brand is Talbot's. It's a size 14 petite. There we go. It's actually the older tag, I think. But it was originally $79.95, and it's 100% silk. And like I said, new with tags for $2.99. I figured I would go ahead and grab it. I think it's a really nice piece. And even though it's a petite, it is, you know, a slightly larger size, being a 14. So hopefully that will go in its favor. And I just figured it was worth grabbing. Okay, so the next piece, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I have two versions of it, so I'll like show it at the same time. And I think it might be a dud. I've never actually picked up this brand before. It is, she says, it's a big piece of material. Let me see if I can find it for you. There we go. It is Cynthia Rowley, which I know can be a pretty darn expensive brand, depending on the piece. It's a size extra small, which also does not go in its favor. But again, I didn't look up comps because they were half price, and I figured I like the style. They're maxi skirts with fold over waists, and this one has a very bright, very pretty, kind of like a almost like a paisley sort of Indian type print to it, and then its counterpart over here, which is the same size, extra small, same brand, same style, maxi skirt with folded over waist. And like I said, again, they're both half price. They're probably about $2.50 a piece. Again, it has almost like an ethnic kind of print to it, and so about $2.50 a piece they were. Looking at comps, it looks like I'll be lucky if I can squeeze $15 out of them. So probably not my best buy of the day. I hold my hands up and admit that. Again, I should have looked at the comps while I was there, But I'm trying a new brand. They may say sell well just based on print and style. Since we're going into spring and summer, time will tell. So the next top I'm going to show you is, I think that this was half price as well. It's a long sleeve tee with a draped neck right here in the front. It's so incredibly soft, as it always is with this brand. And the brand is Toad & Company, which it used to be, oh come on, there we go. It used to be known as Horny Toad. This is a newer piece because they renamed and rebranded and all that kind of stuff. So Toad & Company. And this is another brand where inside this little tag inside, you're going to be able to lift them up, and underneath will be a tiny little tag which will have a style name on it that you can use to do some more accurate research and comps when listing. Okay, so this piece I just thought was so lovely. So it's a blue, but it's like a teal blue. It has like a hint of the teal to it. It's really nice. It's got a large dolman sleeve, and it's an open front cardigan. Brand is Garnet Hill. It's a size small, but I mean, just by the sort of cut of it and things like that, and the fact that it's open front, it could be worn absolutely by a medium or even a large potentially. What is the fabric content? Oh, and it's a silk blend. That was another thing in its favour. It's 55% silk. This brand does pretty well for me. It tends to do a little bit better for me when it has embroidery or like floral to it, but these sort of solids, like kind of your basics and things like that for layering do well as well. So I'm probably going to be listing this for around $30, and this was half price as well, and so that made it around $2.50. So this is a brand that I have one of in my closet. I haven't sold it. It's had a lot of likes. I actually just relisted it recently to see if I could like breathe some life into it. It is W118 by Walter Baker. I'm sure I butchered that in some way, but here's the tag. I actually have a maxi dress by them, and like I said, it's a really beautiful print. Oh my goodness. And I got it half price at a thrift store, so I don't have much money in it, but the comps look promising, like $35 to $40, but it just hasn't moved for me yet. I'm hoping as the season rolls around it may be able to. But this is a really cute, like cropped in the front, I guess I would call it just a blouse, and then it has a nice detail in the back where it's like cut open. Again, half price, so this cost me I think $1.50, and I figured just based on style alone it will probably sell, but the brand is supposed to be good, so call this our like part 2 of experiment with this brand. I don't know, but anyway, I grabbed it just to give it a go. Again, very seasonally appropriate, which is kind of what I'm looking for in my closet and on eBay right now, is to kind of move seasons and hopefully be ahead of the game when people start looking. This piece I just thought was so lovely, I actually wanted to keep it for myself. So it's Ann Taylor, and I know I've said in so many videos, I'm staying away from Ann Taylor. Well, I couldn't stay away from this piece. It's a size large, so, you know, I did think that I might take it. I don't know, we'll see. But it is such a nice spring, summer kind of, just like a wide stripe. It's a very thin knit. I believe it has some linen in it as well, and then the back detail is really pretty. It's all like full button up all down the back. I just thought it was really nice. I definitely am going to go ahead and throw this up for around $25 just because it is on season, on trend, and has such a nice detail. And what I'll do is I'll take a photograph of it, and then I'll do like a collage so I can have the button detail highlighted in that initial like thumbnail in the listings and stuff like that, so people see it straight away, because it is such a nice detail to this piece. Yeah, and if it doesn't sell, I guess I'll just have to keep it. We'll see, but I'll take best offers and all that good stuff, so I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so the next item is definitely an expensive brand. Let me just go ahead and show you it straight away. She says as she tries to find the tag. There it is. So it's Cachet, however you want to say it. There we go. It's a size 6. So it's just, I grabbed it because it's a dress, and so it's a slightly more substantial piece. It has like an animal zebra print to it. It's actually, when it's on a mannequin, it's like a blouson fit, which means it fits to the waist and it kind of hangs over. Very flattering. And then there's some nice kind of contrast detail down here at the bottom. And then the back has a cutout sort of keyhole feature as well. So with this brand, I usually find that the pieces that are highly embellished are what sell the best. I'm talking a lot of beading and all that kind of stuff. This is not one of those. However, I'm hoping hoping that the style itself will be able to sell it, and it was half price again, so it was $3.50, and I've had a good history with this brand, so I went ahead and grabbed this one too. Okay, next item. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now if you're hearing little voices in the background. Usually I don't have that going on, but I'm trying to film while I have some hustle and bustle going on because I don't have a lot of time this week to get this haul filmed and up for you guys. I don't really want to sort of leave it and forget it and then not give you guys the video and stuff, so I'm attempting to do it while I'm also doing quiet time with the kids. So we've just done some activities and now they're sitting down and kind of chilling while we wait for dinner to cook in the oven. So disclaimer, if you hear those little voices, it's just because real life is happening behind me, but I'm doing my best to kind of keep it a little bit quieter and to be able to still show you guys what I decided to pick up. So just, you know, thought I'd slide that in there. Okay, so this piece, I kind of want to keep it myself as well. That seems to be the theme of the haul today. So I grabbed it. It's a night shirt. It's like a high-low. It's lower at the back than it is at the front. If you can kind of see how it goes there, yeah. It's long sleeve. It's got a blue and white sort of pinstripe, and then it has a really pretty yellow piping detail that runs down the front and the cuffs and around the collar. The brand is J. Crew Collection. If you can see, if it does, there we go, right down below that actually has the word collection. That's their sort of higher end brand, so their pieces would be far more expensive. It's a size small, but it's very oversized. Just a really nice light cotton night shirt, and it was also half price, so it cost me $1.50. And for J. Crew Collection, I cannot leave that behind for $1.50. So that will be going up again on eBay and Poshmark. Next piece, this I think I paid full price, so it would be about $4.99, but I'll let you know why. So it's Eileen Fisher, and there's several reasons why I decided to pick this up, even though I'm not finding that Eileen sells as quickly or for as much as it used to for me. Here are my reasons. So this is actually this is like the newer tag where it's the grey on the cream rather than the black. And then the colour of this is, it may be showing up slightly different. It's very slouchy, first of all, with lovely sort of Dolman's type sleeves. It's a very thin knit. It's actually 100% organic linen. And then the colour as well is very much that Pantone coral, which is like the color of the year, and so I decided for all those reasons to go ahead and grab it for $4.99, and I think I should be able to squeeze 30 to 35 out of it. This one is a sad story. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram yet, I would love it if you would hop on over and follow me and say hi, because I do post all kinds of different stuff in between from my videos and the different things when I'm prepping to film and just different reseller stuff, life stuff along the way. I did post on there about how many items I had to leave behind at this thrift store because they had stuck the plastic tags through the fabric rather than through the label and had just like butchered them. I mean, I'm not talking pinholes that you can like massage the fabric and it goes back. I'm talking big holes that as soon as you put it through the wash, it's going to open up. So I thought I had checked all of my items that I picked really well to avoid that, and I left so much behind, like I said, but I missed one. Okay, so this is J. Jill, not a brand I usually would pick up, but it was half price, so it was about, oh gosh, I think it was $2.50, and again, this floral print in the spring. I have done historically very well selling the J. Jill bold floral prints around this time of year through into like March and April, Easter time. It also has a nice kind of like panel detail at the bottom. I don't know if you can really see that. Just like a wide panel, kind of gives it a bit more of a tunicky style feel to it. But here at the back, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you in enough detail, there is a hole right here. Yeah, there it is. And that's where the tag was, and I thought that I had gotten them all and put back anything that did have that damage, but unfortunately I missed this one. So rather than, I could stick a couple of stitches in it just to kind of like secure it and disclose, obviously, but I think what I'm going to do is probably put it onto auction on eBay and just disclose the flaw as is and let them deal with it. But that's a shame. That there may have been a good sort of $20 to $25 with it being the floral in my experience, and it's not going to be now. So there you go again. Lesson learned. All right, so the next piece is a White House Black Market. It is the older label. I will go ahead and put the new label up here somewhere so you can see what the newer one looks like. I usually don't pick up the old label unless it's sort of dirt cheap, like fill a bag or a really, really nice style. This was half price, so it was about $2.50, but I loved the style and the color. So it's a popover shirt and it has this nice like panel running down. If you're seeing some marks, it had just like a little bit of dust from the being in my cart, so I had to just kind of like give it a quick wipe down, so that's what that is. It has button sleeves, just a really, really nice fit. Like, it looks so pretty on the mannequin. It's hard to show you like now really, but it's a size 6. It's polyester, it's not silk, but the color is what really got me. Again, it's hard to show on the camera. It seems to look quite blue, but in person it's very much a bold, striking teal. I really, really like it. So for $2.50 I went ahead and grabbed it. I find the White House Black Market when I find the pieces that aren't just black and white, where they have color or print or a very like flattering career style, that they can do quite well. So I'll be listing that for $25. Next we have another soft surroundings piece. I'll go ahead and show you again just because. Just for pomp and circumstance. There we go. So there's that. Again, they will have the tag inside. They'll tell me the style name and stuff. And this is a sort of, I would say like a midi, like between, I said midi before, didn't I? Was between the knee and the thigh. That would be mini. Midi would probably be between the knee and the ankle. I'm going to have to go Google that now and make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's been a long day. Anyway, it's going to fall below the knee. Let's just clarify that right now. And it's really pretty. It has a lot of like embroidered detail, if that's picking up. And then the cap sleeves are sort of like a lace see-through. A really nice piece, and hopefully that's going to go for around the $40 mark. Next up, we have, this was half price as well, so it's about $3, $3.50 maybe, Live and Let Live, which is not a brand that I often pick up. However, here's my reasoning again. Size extra large, so it's a decent size. I think this is also in cahoots with like One World. You can get some decent money depending on the piece with those brands, but this is a full-length maxi dress. It's a size extra large, and it's red, white, and blue with lace details at the top. And then it's like a red, white, blue tie-dye, and then lace asymmetrical handkerchief hem at the bottom. Hello 4th of July barbecue, you know what I mean? Like, I think this is going to do really well around that time. And again, it was about $3, $3.50 at the most. At worst, I will list this for $25, but I'll probably stick it up for closer to $30. Alright, this piece, the brand is fine. Again, this isn't something that I pick up all the time unless it's cheaper. It was half price, so it was $3.50. It is J. Crew. That is not one of the newer tags because of the writing being white. Uh-oh. There we go. I grabbed it because A, it's a size 12. Which is, you know, a larger size for J. Crew really. I find a lot of smalls and extra smalls in them. It's 100% silk, which is always nice, and I like the style. So it's a black and nude polka dot, which is always such a nice classic piece to have anyway. It has these beautiful, very thin, very delicate spaghetti straps with like a slightly defined empire waist, and just a very nice floaty dress for spring and summer. This piece I grabbed because it was half price with $3.50, and I have sold it before, so it's going to be really easy to list. I just have to retake my measurements and Bob's your uncle. So it is a loft. It's a size 2. Which is smaller than I would like, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And it is a textured high neck dress with a dropped waist. And it's nice and pleated down there as well. And then all down the back as well, we have the exposed zipper. Such a nice, like, simple career piece. And it sold well for me last time as well. I think I managed to get about $25 out of it, and pretty darn quickly. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And again, it's going to be really easy to list that because I already pretty much have the information, the template done. I just need to redo my measurements for this specific piece. Alright, so this is my second piece of Life is Good that I found. Again, it was $2.99, and again, I saw a lot there that I didn't grab. It's a size medium, just like the last one, but I like the graphic on this, especially Valentine's Day coming up. So it says love you in a very retro distressed graphic, and then Life is Good is kind of in there with it also. I hope I got that right. There we go. You know, just a nice simple t-shirt. Again, I couldn't find any exact comps online, so I threw it up for $25, and yeah, we'll see how it does. I'll probably put Valentine's in the title on eBay just in case anyone is looking, but already got it listed, so we'll see what happens. This is another piece that I just thought was so nice for the time of year that we're coming into. So it's Banana Republic, and it is the soft wash shirt. I always find that these do fairly well for me. And it is a lime green gingham. So let me go, that's that teeny tiny little check print is a gingham. It has the Banana Republic symbol embroidered down here as well, which I'll probably do a close, oh Lord in heaven, I'll probably do a close-up video of. There you go, you can just about catch it. Woo, hope that was worth it. And then it also has like a slight, like a rolled cuff, flip cuff type detail, where when you roll it you actually get a nice pink gingham lining there as well. Just the button down, but again half price, so that made it I think $2.50, and the color is just really nice as we head into springtime. Sorry for the crinkling, I'm putting it back in my bag because I've already done some work, yay. Alright, and then I have 3 pairs of shoes to show you, and then that's it. So first pair I grabbed because they were brand new. They don't have the tags on them still, but they literally have 0 wear anywhere, and they are Franco's, let me pull back this thing, Franco Sato, which I've heard is a pretty good brand. It moves fairly slowly for me, but style wise I think that these are pretty on point for spring as we go into it. So they are a T-strap, like a slip on with an open toe, and they're a cork wedge, like with a large buckle on the side, and they are all leather uppers and all that kind of stuff, and you can see on there is literally no wear on these bad boys at all. So I went ahead and grabbed them, and they are a size 8.5, and I believe that these were also half price. They were the pink tag with stuff written on. They actually had writing on the bottom, and just a little tip as well, grab yourself an alcohol prep wipe like you would get in the pharmacy at a store or whatever, and just very gently rub, and the alcohol most of the time lifts the ink off, even if it's a Sharpie, although if it's a leather sole that can be a bit more difficult. Just warning to the wise, go slowly and start really small, and sometimes even a baby wipe will do it as well. So just tips to try there. But yes, so they were $4.99 with half price. They were $2.50. My thrift store is kind of interesting in that way. So shoes like this that are brand new and a good brand and all leather and that kind of stuff, they'll price for $4.99. But Clark's, if it's a pair of Clark's shoes, they're apparently made of solid gold, because they price them for like a flat thing of $12.99, and then it just goes up from there. I don't know. Anyway, but I was glad to find these for a good price, and hopefully somebody will love them for spring and summer. Next pair are a pair of Crocs, but before you go wild, let me tell you why. So they are the iconic Crocs Comfort, but they're a very cute little like a pair of slip-on ballet pumps. They are kind of made of the Crocs rubber still, and again they've never been worn. There's absolutely 0 wear to these. They're a size 6, and I've actually sold a pair just like this for $29.99. So they were half price, which made them I think $3, and I went ahead and grabbed them because I know I can make my money back on them. But like I said, the other pair did really well, so I figured that they were worth a try. And the last pair and the last thing that I have to show you are these. So I grabbed them. This brand is Baby, or however you wanna say it, and they are a size 9, so they're a good size. So they may be a little bit dated, but they are like a peep toe, a very small peep toe with a buckle detail. They are slingback, as you can see here, and then they have a very wide block style heel. And I grabbed them because they're in good shape. They have an all leather sole, which is also still, it has a little bit of wear obviously, as you can see there, but it's still in good shape. All leather uppers as well, and I feel like this style, at least I think, is kind of coming back with that chunky block heel and whatnot. So I figured I was going to go ahead and grab it because they were half price, and they were $4.99 originally. That's what I'm saying, $4.99 at Clark's, whatever. So they were $2.50. So a good quality shoe in a decent style. We'll see how it does. All right, you guys, and that is everything from my haul video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to say hello in the comments down below. Let me know, is there anything that you wouldn't have picked up? Is there anything from from the footage I showed you of things I left behind that you would have picked up, let me know down below and let's chat about it. That's always fun. If you're new here, please do think about hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. I would love to have you back. I do haul videos, but I also do sales videos because I want to show you guys how much this stuff actually sold for, obviously. And then I do some how-tos, tutorials and day in the life and all that kind of stuff, showing you what it's like for me on my reseller journey and how I learn and grow and all the good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit the thumbs up. And again, don't forget to say hello down below. I love to say hello back to you guys in the comments. All right, you guys, I'll do us for today and I will talk to you next time. Bye!